Leo, good evening, buddy. It's going good. I'm just trying to set up some stuff. I'm just trying to spend some. I'm trying to set up some ads. I just never did this on my website, so I'm trying to set them up for Google Ads, basically, just to see if they have any impact on literally just organic traffic. Maximum monthly budget 200 crowns. Okay. DKK, sure. What about yourself, man? How was your meeting or whatever you had? Cool. It's very nice, actually. Okay, gonna keep an eye on that. 6 hours. Oh man, sorry to hear that, man. I hope you're laying down now while you're watching this. Yeah. Okay. So let's get started today. Hopefully no more too many bugs today. I think there's basically the only thing I want to start with today is just try to fix one of those things and then check the images from the last night. Shit, man. Ah, you missed it. Okay. Well, you were definitely sick, so it's good that you didn't go. Good that you didn't go, user. Jace, I was actually thinking about you. I don't remember if I saw you yet last night. How have you been? How is life? Why are the errors? Why am I getting those errors? Ah, got it, got it. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Why am I getting this shit like this? That's what I don't like. Let me just try one thing. Where's the code? So let me just give me 1 second here. What if I just run queries like this? Okay. All right, that isn't particularly useful, is it? Message request URL. But where's the request URL? Do I see it here actually? Yeah, we're actually not seeing the request URL. Okay, that's super strange. Okay, why? Interesting. Okay. Line format. Okay. Okay, so there isn't one. Okay, that's fair enough. Give me 1 second. I just need to try solving this and then we move on. Yeah, so I'm wondering which fields, how can I see which actually fields we have available, right? So what if can I like do this again? Just let's run this again. So do I have, okay, so there is the URL, right? So that's a bit awkward, right? Is it maybe just .url? Error stack. Let me actually let's go over here to set up something. Give me a second. La 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 la. Where could this be? I don't actually remember. Where did I configure this? Was it main? No, it's in the app, right? It's over here. Yeah, exactly. So what do I? So request URL, request method, response. So yeah, it should be a request URL, right? Layla, good evening. Yes, I have worked with Electron for almost 3 years. Yes, I even wrote some open source stuff for it. I wrote this I think 4 or 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I wrote this wrapper around IPC. Yeah, Electron is fine. Exactly. Agreed. So why is this crap? Just give me 2 seconds. I just need to focus on this. I wonder why this crap is not, why is it not parsing this URL? That's what I'm confused about a bit, right? Because if we take a look at my Fastify serializers, right, we do have the request URL that we're exposing here, right? And then the request method, right? Let's try here. Let's say rec method. Is it maybe rec.request URL? I don't think so. No, it's not. Okay. All right, let's try to this. Okay, let's try to decipher actually what do I get here in my Grafana, right? So how could I do that? So if we say pipe JSON, right, and then let's see what we get. So JSON, blah blah blah. What do we have? Request ID. We have the message. Response time. No, not really, right? So what if we go and we say line format, right? Like this would be cool to have. Like what do we have? Super Gab, good evening, buddy. How is life? All right, so if I revert this, right, let's actually see does the actual visual builder here. I'm just trying to fix some bug and then we're gonna focus on, I think we're gonna do some progressive web app stuff today. I wanna push this platform to mobile as well. So we'll see about that soon, but run queries. Yeah, okay, we're back there. So let's go to builder. Is there a way that we get some, no, okay, message line format, message. Request URL error.message. And then we have the stack, right? Error, message. Can I do that as well, right? Let's try stack. And then let's take a look at that, right? Error stack. Okay. Can I run this query now? Okay, so we just get the stack as part of the message. So actually that is useful, right? Studying programming and visiting. Yeah, I hope you're coding more than you're watching. So if you want to truly learn to code, the only way you can do it is by doing it yourself. So that's good to get inspired by watching others. but keep in mind you have to also do it yourself, right? So don't forget that. So if we follow the structure, how those line format works in Grafana, then technically, yeah, this should be a rec.url, right? Nice, got it. Good. URL. So yeah, shit, man. And what is the message itself? What is this that we are kind of parsing here? What is this message? Let's take a look at that. Run query. Like, which message is this? Try that again. Validation error. Ah, I see. Okay, it's just like the URL is not here. So why are we not parsing that properly is beyond me. So this request URL doesn't really work, right? Or let's actually see, let's apply this and let's read the logs past 2 days. Yeah, let's say past 2 days. Actually, did it really do last 2 days? I don't think it did. Okay. So we have the call stacks here, right? Yeah. So the URL is not there. Do we get the URL for anything really? No, we don't. Okay, so let's just let's update it and let's start actually building something. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to just get rid of that URL because it's not correct, right? So message is this URL we're gonna get rid of. Let's run the query. Yeah, all right, let's save that. Let's apply it. Okay, that's great. I mean, which stack are you going to choose depends on which libraries and state management libraries depends on the project, right? So, but what do I think about it? I think about building something alone or with anyone else as the best thing to learn, right? So absolutely go for it, right? But you have to understand that to build anything, you need to have it requires a lot of consistency, a lot of persistence, right? Starting something is easy. Showing up and doing it constantly, that's the hard part, right? So if you can commit to it for real and then show up and do your work, then 100%. But no matter what, give it a shot and see. But again, starting something is easy. Constantly doing it is very hard. And that's in a way where people differ, right? Some people finish things and some people never finish things, right? Okay, let me just try one thing. Because, you know, as I always say in the stream, if you're new to it, talk is very cheap, right? People have tendency to say things, and it's a lot easier when we talk about things, but when we have to finish things and get things done, that's a different thing, right? So if you have no consistency, I mean, truly, what people would, in simple words, no matter what we're talking about, consistency is everything in life. If you're fat, you want to lose weight, you have to be consistent. If you want to become professional in anything, you need consistency. If you want to be great in sports, you need consistency. So no matter what, none of this is my own philosophy. This is just simple logic, right? If you want to achieve anything, you need to do that not one day or 1 week or 1 month. You need to do it day by day by day for years. And eventually, you know, it becomes easier and easier and easier, right? And you have to achieve all of that by fighting the side effects of life, right? So you have to do all of that while life is playing with you. We'll never get replaced by AI. We'll just, as we did past 2000 years, we're gonna find something else to do, right? People in the 900 or people 100 years ago thought that they will all lose job because they were tractors, and no, they all found new jobs, right? So people, when calculators came out, all math teachers thought they're gonna be out of jobs as well. So this is just the way that humanity deals with things they don't understand. They just panic, right? Humans cannot be replaced. Human can just adapt, as we always did since we exist, right? So this notion that we're gonna somehow replace ourselves is completely fucking stupid, right? It's if we were replacing ourselves, we would already be dead many years ago, right? It doesn't matter how will it affect it in the future. You are living with the life. Like the thing is, the biggest problem with those assumptions is this: is that you have to understand that as the world changes, you have to change with it, right? Only people who will be replaced by AI are those either super fucking lazy people who would suck ass anyway, or people who are just sitting while the world is changing around them. So as if the AI gonna start replacing jobs, humankind is gonna start learning other jobs. So as long as you're not lazy and you focus on life and you're hardworking and you care about your well-being, then you have nothing to worry about. Don't think about what's gonna happen 100 years from now. Think about how to become better than you were yesterday, and you have nothing to worry about, right? This notion of depression is just literally pissing me off. Like this constant fucking complaints about everything, right? Like you will only get replaced if you're just sitting looking at the fucking ceiling and thinking how AI is going to replace you. AI will replace you if you don't adapt as human race has adapted since it exists, right? So as long as you are smart and you change with the world and you don't expect that the world changes around you because you're somehow the epicenter of the fucking world, then you have nothing to worry about, right? So it's as simple as that. If you, of course, expect that the world is going to reside around you, then yes, you will get replaced by AI, 100%. There's no question about that, right? That's how it is. It's so simple. So I don't give a shit about AI because as AI is developing itself, I'm developing myself every day. And hence, I try to stay relevant and have something to offer to this world, right? And as long as I can offer some skills that someone is willing to pay for, I don't have to worry about anything, right? Once my skills are no longer relevant, it's my own fault, not the AI's fault, right? Simple. Super simple. Okay, great. Grafana is a tool to visualize things. In this stack for programmer network, I've done all the infrastructure manually. So I have Prometheus, Grafana, Loki. So I just started the stream a few minutes ago. So every time when I start a stream, I check some of the bugs that happened past few hours, and then sometimes we just focus on actually fixing some of those bugs that happened. Right? Exactly, Leo. Exactly. Pretty much. Pretty much. Okay. So let's leave that for now. So okay. So the only thing now that I would like to try. Thanks, man. G Bounty. Good evening, my friend. How are you? Okay, let me just, so last night in the stream we tried to fix those images, right? Let me just see. Actually, in production, I think it's still broken, right? Give me one second. Let me go to some of my articles in production. Let me just try that once again, just to see. And then I want to start actually doing something else. So let me add this and this. Good to hear, man. I'm very happy to hear that. Yeah, okay, so basically we can see we didn't actually, I didn't fix this or finalize this images stuff last night, right? So we're gonna go and do that right now. Um, update. Sounds good, my friend. Thank you very much for coming by. Good luck with your studies. Have a great one, man. Okay. So let's take a look what we did here. So it seems that I didn't properly finalize it last night, right? Likewise, man. Right back at you. Right back at you, dude. Have a great one, dude. Okay, so basically last night in the stream, right, I wrote this get tip tap state with unique image names. This is supposed to return the unique image names by using the UID 4, right, for images, so that's great. Did we actually, so the fundamental question, I think, is, was anything last night actually deployed? So was anything last night actually deployed? I guess it was. It had to be, right? Let's actually try that, because my deploy script, it was failing the backup one. So let me actually, because because I have a feeling we're done with this, right? So I need to fix this GitHub Actions step. So let me just push this without it. So let's just skip this step for now until I have to fix this off stream. I need like 20 minutes, literally. Thank you everybody for your follows. Very much appreciated, guys. Okay, skip the database backup step. I need to basically generate the service account key on GCP, and then with the R clone, I have to use the service account key instead of the temporary kind of JSON web token I had. I think the token expired on my GitHub Actions, and then when my GitHub Actions are trying to R clone stuff to my Google Drive, it fails because the token is no longer valid, right? I know you have no fucking idea what I said, it's fine. But the point is, one of those steps was failing, and I think actually, I don't even know if we actually released anything last night. So let's just try now without that. Shit. Because I have a feeling we've fixed that already. That should, I think, work. Yeah, we'll see now. We'll see in a moment. All right, and then if that does work, then what we're going to focus on today, and I'm actually very excited about that, is we're going to start a bit with maybe progressive web apps. So the idea is that we push Programmer Network to Android Store, Microsoft Store, and iOS Store, but without building any extra app, just wrapping this in a progressive web app, and then. So Leo, right? So yeah, Leo, let's discuss that. So Leo has asked on Discord, why would I use Redux Toolkit or Redux if I have a reducer hook in React? Well, the reason why you would use Redux Toolkit is because it has way more extensive API. So Redux Toolkit, so there's two issues with Redux Toolkit. First, it lacks features, number one. And number two, the dispatch that you have the dispatch is always, the dispatch that you get out of the use reducer hook is always bound to that reducer. So you cannot dispatch some other thing with the same dispatch instance and expect it to work. So basically, any action that you dispatch is always bound to that reducer that you created, right? And for example, Redux dispatch is global, and it's global because in Redux you combine reducers into one using this combine reducers utility function, right? So in Redux, whenever you dispatch something, you can pass that dispatch anywhere. It's always going to work. And of course, that's less relevant. More relevant stuff is that you have RTK query, Redux toolkit query. So you have a lot more here. For example, you remember how we use Redux in Programmer Network, right? So for example, I can show you if I go to source, store, let's say user, right? So in my case, for Programmer Network, you can see how beautiful it is and how easy it is to handle asynchronous things. So you can see for every thunk action that I have, you have the pending state, fulfilled state, and rejected state. So you can see, for example, when I follow user, when it's pending, this is what changes in my state. So hey, when somebody follows the user, what does that mean state-wise? Well, it means that the user state is now follow attempt loading. If I successfully follow user, what does that mean? So you describe, well, it means I want to push blah, blah, and then if it fails, right? So it's a lot nicer than before. In normal Redux, in initial Redux, you would have different cases for each one of those. But here, basically, the actions are bound to the reducer itself. So you can see each one of those now has 3 different states. So get experience by ID. Why does it have 3 states? Well, it has 3 states because a promise or an HTTP or asynchronous or HTTP call can either be pending, it can be rejected, or it can be fulfilled, right? So those are the 3 states that when you send a request to the remote server, 3 things can happen. It can be loading at the time, so the server still didn't respond. It can fail, or it can succeed. So each one of those actions here, right, are described like that. So this is what you get with Redux Toolkit, not Redux. And I find this, while it is a bit boilerplatey, it's beautiful because it's super easy to see right now. So you can see sync GitHub repositories. I can see exactly what happens when that request succeeds and when that request fails. Right? So that's number one. And then you have a bunch of other things that come with Redux Toolkit, right? You have the caching, you have some similar behavior to React query, right? You have so there's a lot of APIs that you get here for free, right? So it's vastly different. So the use reducer thing in React is also useful for for kind of local states. So something that's bound to that state where you are. Don't take me wrong, it's perfectly fine. Like if you have a smaller application, you should not be using Redux anyway, right? Cassie, oh my God, he's alive. Did you get a job, man? Is that why while you were gone? Have you tried Svelte? I use React at work, but I want to try something else personally. I mean, I've been looking at Svelte since it was being developed, right? And I have no reason to switch to Svelte or anything else other than having fun, right? I find React to be still an amazing library. So, and I'm focused on building things, right? I'm not focused on switching frameworks. I'm focused on building things. So unless there's a good reason that I switch, I will never switch, right? So, but Svelte is an interesting concept, but for me, it doesn't really solve anything specific, right? I don't have any problems that Svelte claims to be solving, right? Got a job now, handed a notice in today, 5 weeks. Congrats, man. Very good. Very happy for you. What is the company? Copy link. What is this? Ooh, okay. Is this like some wow? Legend. But what is this? What is this representing, Sako? And good evening. Ah, it's another state library. Okay, cool, cool. Another state library. Yes, yet another state library. And this one solves everything compared to others, right? If we only install this one now, yes. Yeah, yeah. If we only install this one now, this one is gonna solve everything. No more state problems, right? And it's super fast because everybody knows that state has to be fast because that's always the bottleneck. If only this is it, this solves everything. Okay, this is it. Very nice, man. Wow, actually, this is some rich shit, man. Okay, this is out of my reach of purchasing. Oh, oof. When I sell Programmer Network for $1 billion, I'm gonna buy a house like this. Yes, this solves it all. And fuck, this actually failed. Deploy to Hetzner failed. Why? It timed out. So yeah, so we didn't even deploy. Actually, so let me just focus a bit on this. So we didn't even deploy to Hetzner. Why? Give me 2 seconds here. I need to double check something. Fuck. I need to check my firewall settings. Something got fucked up, I think. Ah, shit. I know what. Wait a minute. I know what. Yeah. No, I'm not from Germany. I live in Denmark. I live in Copenhagen. Okay. I restricted the SSH access only to my own port. So let's rerun this again. I think the poor GitHub actions just couldn't SSH into my stuff. It got slammed in the face and it timed out. Okay. Let's try that again. Sako, when are we seeing each other, man? When do you want to hang out? When are you free to come to my place? If you're still around. I actually like design of this site. I like design of this site a lot. I actually like this design site almost as much as I like Programmer Network. It's so nice, man. Fuck, so beautiful. So good, so good. Wow, okay. Elvion, good evening, buddy. Hi there as well. Such a nice website, man. So cool. It's almost like I built it. It has my taste. We can see it's server-side rendered as well, so it's very fast. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I like it. So this is the library. This is the library that solves it all, right? This is it. This is it. This solves it all. This is that one. 404. Good evening, buddy. Good evening to you as well. Give me just 1 second, guys. I just need to make sure that. No, Sako. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. I'm 100% kidding with you. I'm again, as I always say, more power to people who build things and push the web forward. I respect that a lot. The state management is open sourced. I'm not sure if he's trolling me now. I'm not. Oh, I don't get it. What the fuck is this crap, man? But pay for what? I don't get it. It's not a problem to pay for things. What is this? Like, is this a service? Like, I don't get it. Pay for what? Like, pay for state management? No, but I don't understand what this product is. What did you send me, Sako? I have no idea what am I looking at. What is this thing? I mean, I don't honestly care if it's paid or open source. I just don't know what this is, right? Like, what are we looking at? Is this like a JavaScript library? What is this? So it's a service. What? It's a state management service of some sort. What is it? I don't get it. I have no fucking clue what this is, man. Like, genuinely. It seems like some app where you can organize your tasks and stuff, right? And then maybe they just have open source some of their stuff, right? I don't. Okay, so this is deployed now. Wait. Hopefully our site is not down. It is. Fuck, I broke production. Oh my fucking god, man. Are you kidding me, dude? Wait, I need to fix this immediately. Oh, man. Come on, dude. So fucking annoying, man. Jesus Christ, man. What failed now again? Like, I'm super pissed now. Nginx failed because of the certificates, right? Let me see. I think Nginx failed because, wait. Yeah, it's failed because of Grafana. Yeah, shit. Give me 1 second. Let me try one thing again. Give me a moment. I'm answering to you guys in 2 seconds. I just need to try something out. Yeah, that's actually not gonna work, I think. Okay, well, we're back on. That's okay. Okay. Anyway, let's close that now. I need to fix this off stream. What do I think about? So what do I think about the service that we sponsor, that got sponsored? So about this, my genuine thoughts are very good, right? The thing is, like, what I can't say, I don't know how saturated this market is, because I know that there's a lot of serverless products out there. I mean, serverless became popular like 4 or 5 years ago. Then every second person started building products related to that. But I think it's a very good thing, right? Now they know, right? They're experts at this, so they know what they're building and they know the market and stuff. I genuinely think it's pretty awesome. I mean, if they fix things that I found, I mean, I didn't really focus on building the application to that degree, right? Because it doesn't really matter. I didn't want to build a UI and stuff. That's out of the scope. I think generally it was fine, right? Like I just built a simple thing where I can fetch some stuff, and so nothing fancy, right? The emphasis was on just seeing what the product can do, right? And it was okay. I mean, it was great. I think genuinely, like I wouldn't mind using that now. You know, I'm still very old-fashioned infrastructure-wise. I still love my servers like Hetzner and stuff, right? And it's hard for me to find yeah. So we didn't actually deploy any changes last night. That's why. Okay, so it's actually fixed. You know, for me, it's very difficult to justify any cost when I can go to Hetzner, right? That I've been using for 20 years, right? And I can get a service here for free almost, right? Like if I needed a dedicated computer, I would. So for example, if Programmer Network ever succeeds in whatever that means, I would probably get some dedicated stuff. Let's say $50, €50 a month, right? I would probably, let's see, I would probably use something like this, right? You get 14 cores, 64 gigs of RAM, you get SSD, right? I mean, this is so cheap, it's unreal, right? So it's very hard for me to for what I'm doing, justify spending any money almost on infrastructure, except my time, which is also money, of course, right? Because you know, you can also get the managed stuff. You can get like let's see, cloud, you know, so you can check the prices here, right? So look at this, right? For $5 a month, you get two CPUs, 4 gigs of RAM, right? So this is literally free. I mean, this is less than what coffee costs, one coffee here in Copenhagen, right? So I think hosting in general is like super cheap today, and services that you need, that it's incredibly hard to justify paying money unless you have a running business, again, as we always talk. Hetzner is just a web hosting service. You just buy a bare mat, you just buy hosting, right? And then you host. You rent a machine. You rent the piece of server. They rent you the piece of server's hardware, right? That's the point. And then you install on it whatever you want, and you host on it whatever you want. That's basically the point, right? That's literally, in simple words, what it is. Like any other hosting service, you pay. It's like, hey, can you rent me this much RAM and this much CPU? And that's what it is, basically, pretty much, right? Okay, so actually we did fix all of those things. So it's just last night we literally didn't even deploy anything. So that was pretty sad, which is also why we were getting those errors, right? Setting your server at home, which I do have one of them here, which is shut down now, is incredibly complex and requires other layers of hardware to work properly. You need to have a professional router and modem at home that can handle a lot of traffic. You need to protect your own network behind something. You need to make sure that, you know, you don't lose electricity and stuff. So hosting a server at your own home brings many other challenges, right? because then you need a UPS, you need to make sure that your internet doesn't go down, etc., 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 etc. So that's a different sort of challenge, and I would never suggest anyone to do that other than for fun and for learning purposes, right? Thank you very much, guys, for the follows. So if you want to self-host stuff at home, do that because you want to actually, that's the best way to truly learn a bit of networking layer, to set up your host machine. Like I have the cluster of Raspberry Pis. Actually, let me see, how do I navigate? So right above my head, there's a little rack. I have a cluster of 4 Raspberry Pis, like four Raspberry Pis, 4B, 8 gigs each. So there's like 36 gigs of RAM there, 16 cores, cluster running on K3s. And I did that because of learning, right? So I didn't build that cluster because I want to host the whole network there. I would never do that. It's stupid. I did that because the best way to actually, so if you want to learn Kubernetes, for example, like Raspberry Pis are amazing for that, right? No, I cannot create a landing page for you because I have to focus on my own stuff, right? Okay, so we'll see if we're gonna actually be getting this again. All right. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, never mind. Cheers, mate. All right. I mean, what's strange? I mean, it's right. Bull, I actually saw. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for doing it. I just saw you there. I saw you amongst the users. Very nice avatar, man. Very cool. Let me see the website. Nice. Dennis. Hey, Dennis. Good to have you, man. Good to have you. Yeah, absolutely, man. 100%. More power to you, man. I mean, I would, if I had the time, dude, I would do it. 100%. I just don't, right? And that's it. We need to focus on this stuff, right? Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dennis. Appreciate it, man. Okay, guys. So let's start doing something. Maybe it's premature. There are probably more bugs that we could fix, but I can do that off stream. Um, so yeah. Okay, so let's go Vite PVA. So the only danger of this, unfortunately, is that I already had Progressive Web App enabled before, and it was creating caching issues for many users. So there was no easy way when we deploy to kill the old Progressive Web App and install a new one. And that's the only thing that worries me for the desktop site. So yeah, but for those of you who are not following, so basically I want to I want to have Programmer Network as a mobile app for Android and iOS, and I don't want to build an app at all. I just want to wrap this thing into a Progressive Web App and then deploy Progressive Web App to the Android store and iOS store, right? So that's what we want to do. So we want to have one code base because Programmer Network already looks great on mobile, and I use it every day, so we don't really need to do much. We just need to push the existing thing, wrap it into a Progressive Web App, and then of course we would focus a bit more fixing, maybe doing even more things on mobile, making it better and stuff. But for now, right, it's already solid, and we want to do this just to distribute the app to those platforms so people can find them. So this is an easy way to have more people to sign up to the platform, right? So that's why, right? Yeah, Joe Satriani, exact. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. So let's go to Vite. All right, let's start. Let's start the battle that's gonna take us probably a whole week to finalize. But if we manage to, so let's have our objective and let's have let's have an objective for this week. We want to end up, let's say, on Android store this week somehow. But we cannot. Well, let's not set too unrealistic expectations here. So let's just say we want to end up. We want to end up on Android, and then next thing, fuck, actually it would be better if I do iOS first because I have an iPhone now, but my wife has an Android, so it's fine. So did this, was this actually installed? Vite plugin PV, okay. Wow, okay. Not at all. Progressive web app. I plan to do minimal stuff. So I'm gonna wrap my web application into Progressive Web App, and then apparently you can push Progressive Web App to the App Store as well. So we actually have to do no work at all. We just need to build this now, and then at least if I'm to trust Google at what they're saying, they're stating today, you can deploy a web app as a progressive web app to their app store. And I do trust them. This is their official documentation. It's developers.google.com. So in fact, I don't need to build. So we can use our web application as native solution. Yeah, right. It's definitely going to be 90 minutes. It's all going to work out of the box for sure. But let's see. Maybe I'm skeptical. What's the version of this? Jesus Christ, man. Look at those sponsors. Someone go and sponsor me, man. Jesus Christ, dude. That's pretty nice. I even you is platinum sponsor. Nice. Cool. What the fuck did I want to do, man? 0.16.4. No, I mean, more power to that, right? They deserve it, right? I mean, those guys are building tools for all of us, for the rest of us to use, and they deserve it, right? They deserve it 100%. They deserve it 100%. They provide, enormous amount of value to millions of developers, and yeah, I don't know those guys. I don't follow anyone, but overall, I would always say, whoever does the work deserves, to earn from it, right? We can't survive from air, right? Hild, good evening, buddy. So 100%, man, 100%. Plugins. All right, here we are. Okay, let's smack this bad boy over here. So the only little dose of skepticism and worry that I have is that once you wrap your app in a progressive web app, once you add the service workers and once you add the offline shit, it becomes incredibly hard cached in the browsers. And it's not easy to automatically refresh that. So I think that's why I say this might even take us several streams now, because every time when we now push a new version of, we push incrementally every stream, we do continuous integration and deployment. Every day we push new stuff, and every day I push, that means that the users will have to refresh their progressive web app as well. I think that this auto update is supposed to solve that, but I don't think that it solves it properly. Let's see. Let's actually read documentation for once, because this is incredibly important. Let's read the documentation, he said, and then scrolled. It's not about the cache, right? Cache is a different thing. The progressive web app thing is a different thing because you literally, so you're going to see now actually if this already worked. Let's actually run this. So if this already worked, you should actually see a service worker registered for the web app, right? Let's actually see. So if we go to the DevTools, right, and we go to application, you should actually see the service worker now if it did register. Let's see. It doesn't seem that it registered, so we're gonna see why in a second. See all registrations. Give me 1 second. Let's see, did we actually set this up? Actually, wait, maybe I didn't finish setting this up yet. Wait. Installing, configuring it, edit your Vite config and file it and add the Vite plugin PVA. Leo, man, go rest. Thank you for coming even in that state. I appreciate it, man. Feel better, man. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Just come by if you feel better. Okay, let's enable it in development as well. I guess that's the problem right now, right? I suppose. I'm not quite sure. Honestly, I have no freaking idea. Yeah, there we go, right? So you can see the service worker now registered for a programmer network, right? This means now probably that already natively I can generate like an icon, like I can probably somewhere in the Chrome, I should be able to say, hey, or on my phone. So if I open this on my phone now, I should get the option to kind of generate the right. I should probably even have an option to install this as an app right now. Actually, let's see. Let's try to close it and open it up again. Wait, I should be able to already have this installable, right? I think the manifest should be created by the extension itself, unless this one doesn't do it. Where is the manifest? I guess the manifest should have been created by I mean, what is the extension then doing if it's not creating a manifest, right? I'm sure that it's okay. Yeah, if you want to check it in dev, add the dev options, blah blah, you will have the web manifest and generated service worker. Yeah. So maybe I just need to build it, but that doesn't make sense because we are in the development mode now, right? So it should be also, yeah, dev dist. Here it is. So here is the registration for the service worker. Where's the actual manifest? I don't see the manifest being generated. Let's see. Yeah, but that's what I'm also saying. I am just checking now in dev. I didn't push this to production yet. So generate using manifest plugin option. But I mean, we had that before. So let me just go back in history and copy paste that, right? I had this done long ago before as well, right? So let me just find that in history because we had this, I've done this before and then yeah, here it is, right? Here it is, right? It's just I commented it out before because it was creating issues, right? Century. So if I do this, right, and I do actually this, and then if it's development, let's just say here true, right? So you can see I have all of the entire manifest now here, right? So you can see here in the top, I can already install this as an application, and you can see now Programmer Network is a desktop app suddenly, right? So you can see I've just installed it now as a desktop app, and boom, right? And probably I also I can pin this icon now here, you know, pin to taskbar, and boom, now I have Programmer Network kind of installed, right? I can just open it here, and you know, here's the app, right? So that's the idea, right? Chica, good evening, buddy. So that's so we can see that works, but I'm not worried about that much. I know that works. I've done that many times before. The problem that I have though is that I'm skeptical about this register the type auto update and actually Wait, is this really last 15 minutes? $25 gold. Good evening, buddy. Let me just see, like, why are we getting those errors online? Are people trying to do something? I'll need to read those things, yeah. Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. Nice. Well, I actually need to read it. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Infinite, good evening. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for being here. Okay. So now we have the progressive web app, right? Set up technically, right? And that's cool, right? That's great. Of course, we can do a lot more with it. We can do more offline support. We can have, if you lose internet connection, blah blah blah, and all of that stuff, right? Now, so this is a way to push a progressive web apps to Google Store, to Google App Store, right? And this is what I want us to do today. So let's read this together. Let's learn this together because I think this can be valuable to many of you. Because if this ends up working, and I would be so happy, like beyond comprehension. If this truly ends up working, that means that you can today build Android apps purely by literally just by writing a plain web app. So you don't even need Ionic or any of those abstractions that render the web view or React Native. So yeah, I do know about I do know about the search engine. So if this really ends up working, this is going to be great because then you can say shit, I can actually build mobile apps now with plain JavaScript, right? Literally with plain JavaScript, you could push this progressive web app and it would work, right? Okay, in this lab, you'll take an existing progressive web app that you have deployed and wrap it in an app for distributing it to the Google Play Store. How to use bubblewrap to package your progressive web app for Google Play Store. What a signing key is and how to use it. How to create an app in Google Play Developer Console. Testing release to test your app before publication. Beautiful. I mean, what progressive webs that how to use command line tool, basic shell, a progressive web, what you'll need, a progressive web apps that's published live on the internet and you can make changes to. Beautiful, we have that. A Google Play developer account, we do not have that. We do not have that, so let's switch the account. All right, let's see. So let's learn this together. What are you creating an account for? Learn about which account type to choose. Okay, great. All Google Play developer accounts are required to have verified contact details, email address, and phone number. Sure, no problem. These verification steps ensure that the contact information we hold is accurate and up to date, blah, blah, blah. Sure. Google Play offers two developer account types, personal and organizational. Personal and organizational accounts have access to the same functionality and are able to monetize on Google using the payment profile. The only difference is that the information we collect from you when you setting up your account. You will be able to change your account type if circumstances change. Beautiful. Choose a personal account if your account is for personal use. For example, if you're a student, hobbyist, or semi-professional developer, you'll still be able to earn money, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Choose an organization. If you're creating an account for an organization or business, for example, if you're engaged in commercial, industrial, professional, or governmental activities, public developer name, contact name, organization name, phone, website, contact phone number, email address, voluntary. Okay, so we're going to create this organization account for sure, right? Okay, an organization. So let's get started. Organization name, Programmer Network. Your organization type. It's a non-profit right now, so it's just. All right, I need to hide my screen. I'm not gonna show you my address and shit like that. You can anytime, man. Anytime, man. just via Discord. It's not that I don't want to show this shit to you guys. It's that I don't want to show it because this ends up on YouTube. I don't want to be getting calls from I don't know, end of the world. Tell us about your previous experience with Play Console and is the only visible to you. For example, tell us any experience using Play Console. I have no experience in any of those. For the first time now, I'd like to publish my web apps as progressive web apps to Android store. No. All right, next. Send me a text. Where the fuck is my phone? Ah, I see. No. Verify your email. Email address verified through Google. Shut the fuck up, okay? App. Select number of apps. 1. Earning money. Does your organization plan to earn money? No. What would be the category for us? Election apps, news apps. None of the above. Personal loans. What the fuck is this shit, man? Developer registration fee, 25 bucks. Fuck, I think I've disabled my... Wait. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let me try. Can I All right, give me a second. Give me a moment here. One sec. I don't give a shit if you know my address, to be very frank with you. Like, literally, I don't give a shit 1%. All right, beautiful. We just paid for that crap. Go to Play Console. Developer account created. Beautiful. Shit. Okay. Give me 1 second. Fuck, why do I keep switching to the wrong thing? Give me 1 second. All right, give me 1 second, guys. 1 moment. I'm sorry. I need to do this now so we can. I need to do this now so we can kind of continue with this crap. Where the hell is my shit? Yeah. 1 moment. I need to send them my ID. So this is kind of all. If you want to do this yourself, eventually, this is all the shit you're gonna have to do yourself as well. All right, give me a second. It is annoying, but it's acceptable. I actually support this. I support this because if there was no verification like this, you would be downloading malwares on those app stores every 3 seconds, right? So you know, it is annoying. I'm pretty sure that they know at Google that it's annoying, but there's no better way, right? You would be installing apps from all over the shithole world, right? If people didn't have to pay. And also yeah, you get my point, right? Get my point. Where the fuck did I do this? Okay, give me 1 moment. I'm almost done. I just need to download my ID. I literally had to take a picture of my IDs, right? Front of ID, downloads, back of ID. Sure, beautiful. All right, submit. Think we're done. Think we're done. Give me a moment. Yeah, verification successful. Got it. All right, let's get back to my screen. So beautiful. Okay, so we've done this annoying part. Give me 1 second. Just this administrative part, right? I just ate a pizza a few minutes ago. I'm like, what the fuck is this receipt? I just ordered a pizza. Oh, wow, it's already verified. Are you kidding me? Am I already verified or some shit? Wow, that's actually... Okay, never mind. Okay, great. Beautiful, beautiful. Where is it? So if I refresh this, it still says it's okay. No, it's already verified. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So we are verified, and now we can publish apps on the App Store. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go back now here and let's follow this shit, right? So next, Bubble Wrap is a tool to make wrapping your progressive web app into an Android app bundle as easy as running in a couple of CLI commands. It does this by generating an Android project that launches blah, blah, blah. Give me just 1 second. Just some error happened. Okay. All right. So to create a directory for your project to live in and move it into it, then run the bubble wrap command line tool to generate the configuration and Android project for the Android app bundle you'll upload to blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but we need to, so so we need to install bubble wrap first, right? Jesus Christ, man. Okay. So let's get here. How do I know JS? Blah, blah, blah. How do I install this shit? Ah, they have releases here. Okay, I see. Cool, okay. Source code, whatever shit is this? So how do we actually do this? So this is some source code. Like, is there a binary? Is there something? I don't give a shit about source code, man. To get started with building an application, check out Trusted Web Activity Starter CLI documentation. Okay. Okay. Okay, great. So we have to, okay, so here it is. So, so we need to first install the bubble wrap, right? So let's do that. pmi -g bubble wrap CLI. Beautiful. Okay, let's do that. When running bubblewrap for the first time, it will offer to automatically download and install the required external dependencies. We recommend allowing the tool to do this as it guarantees that the dependencies are configured correctly. Check out bubblewrap. Okay. Initialize the Android that wraps PVA is done by running this command. I guess this is a typo. It says TVA instead of PVA. So I guess what's asking us here is it's asking the production URL. So I guess like manifest JSON like this, right? But I don't think we have that. What the fuck is that? Wait. Or no. Or no. Okay. So let's see. Initializing an Android project that wraps a PVA is done by running the command. And are we supposed to do this in a directory like where our project is? Let's see. Do you want bubblewrap to install JDK? Yes. Because we didn't install it. It's, what is this? Like, is this 1 point? Yeah, this is like is this like 1.8 gigs? I'm from Denmark. I live in Denmark. I'm from the Balkans originally. Okay, so this is good. Let's install this. Bubblewrap will read the web manifest as developers to confirm values to be used in the Android project and generate the project using those values. And has been generate the app by running this. Okay, run. The build step will output a file called. You think so? PVA Builder provides a GUI interface that uses bubblewrap library to power the generation of trusted web activity projects. Find the more instructions how to use PVA Builder, create an Android. Beautiful. So okay, so we have enough of stuff to do this stream. Amazing. And then, yeah, then we can test on the Android as well. Well, shit, do I have some Android here? I think I do. Oh man, that's gonna be great. So I think this looks promising, man. This looks like we will be able to deploy our stuff to Android Store, man. That would be fantastic. Shit. Yeah, let's see, Sako. It's unclear to me because here it says make dear my progressive web app. So my progressive web app is gonna be my current front-end code base, right? So I don't see why would I generate, right, that. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe you're right, maybe you're not, right? I have no idea. Decompressing the SDK 11 sources, JDK. Okay, so we did this, we followed this. Here, bubblewrap is initialized with the location. I see. Okay, let's see about that. I would still like to have it localized to my project anyway, but let's see. Here, bubblewrap is initialized with location of web manifest file. This will generate default configuration and start an in-console wizard that will allow you to change the default. Follow the wizard to change any values generated by the tool. Let's give it a bit of time. Google Play Store requires application packages to be digitally signed with a certificate when uploaded, often referring to a signing key. This is self-signed certificate and is different from one used to serve your application. Bubblewrap will ask the path for the key when creating. If you're using an existing Play Store listing for your application, you will need to add the path to the same blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's get to that point. I have no idea what that is. So let's just wait for this SDK to finish. Let me just see what's next. Create a directory to hold your generated Android project. Initialize that directory with bubblewrap and your PWeb manifest file. Generate new signing key. Yeah, so actually, so they're all steps that we really need. So that's okay. Bubblewrap your PVA. Do you want bubblewrap to install an Android SDK? Do we actually need it? I guess yes. Let's fucking install it. Do you agree that Android has terms and conditions? Yes. Yeah, the only thing that I'm skeptical about is that we're installing all of this in my Windows Linux subsystem, right? So if there's any of the GUI tools that it's actually installing, that's not going to work. So I would need to install those on actually on Windows, right? So let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, so this is something. So yeah, okay. So actually this is good, right? So I think this command that we ran is now failing, right? Because yeah, this is actually supposed to be a manifest JSON file, right? But I don't get actually, can this be a file that we can point to? Wait, let's take a look at that. Okay, let's go to the documentation because that's honestly not fully clear to me. Then run the bubblewrap command line tool to generate the configuration and Android project for the Android app bundle you'll upload to Play Store, right? So I need to provide the manifest, right? Okay, is there, wait a minute. Is there a manifest that was generated here somewhere? Manifest. Because I don't see one, right? So let's try to build this. So let's say npm run build. This should actually generate a manifest, and then let's try to provide the manifest relative, just provide the relative path to the manifest instead of, right? So let's try to build this, and I assume that it should build the manifest in the dist now. Sako absolutely will do, man. Let's talk soon. Manifest. I think this is it, right? Yeah, this is it. So can we actually now do that? Can I say this, right? And we say init, and then manifest, we say dot slash dist manifest dot web manifest invalid URL. Shit. Okay. Oh, give me 2 seconds. I think music stopped. Yeah. What do we play? What do we play? Okay, let's go over here. Initialize directory. Okay, so we're not there yet. Okay, so but that's actually great. So the only unclear thing here is that I guess it's asking. I mean, a lot of those tutorials are a huge waste of time, right? Because those tutorials, those people have made those tutorials by reading this documentation, right? Initialize. Okay, so yeah, so we are supposed to. Yeah, fuck, that's not good. So what if I say HTTP localhost 3000? Wait a minute. But yeah, it's a good point. I mean, yeah, manifest, and let's then say local HTTP local host 3000 / manifest JSON or something like that. Unexpected end of JSON. Yeah, because it isn't a JSON, right? Let's actually go to the application and see where that file actually is. And if we can access it at all. Source. Source dev. I see. Okay. Yeah, I actually don't know how to do it now with our setup, right? Because we can't link to this file, right? That's the problem. Unexpected end of JSON. Initially, it's from web manifest. Yeah. Let's actually ask the bot, right? I do this with Vite plugin. Let's see. Ah, shit. Okay. Okay, so we can't reuse Vite, right? So Vite PVA is completely different from TVA. So can I create a PVA using Vite and then wrap it using TVA? But what is the URL to my manifest in my React app? Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, but is that really the case? I don't think this is public. Yeah, that's the problem. So it didn't really generate it here at manifest, right? Yeah, I mean, if I actually go over here, right? So let's actually try that a bit. And actually, this also got fucked up. Wait, Genesia examples. How the hell did this end up here before? Yeah, wait a minute. Okay, let's figure it out. I think we're gonna figure it out. Dev. So let's get rid of this. No, actually, that's okay. So let's go here and let's move this fella to public. And then let's name this manifest.json, right? Now, if I go here and then we say manifest JSON. Yeah, exactly. Okay, great. So now if we try running this fella, right, like this, there we go. Okay, beautiful. Let's actually kill the API for now. The application generated by bubblewrap will open a progressive web app when started from the engine launcher. Please enter the following details about the domain origin where the PVA is hosted. HTTP localhost. Let's try locally 3000, right? URL must be HTTPS. Shit. Okay. So we'll need to basically, yeah. So okay. Fuck. So interesting. Give me a moment here, I think. So what I'm actually going to do right now, let's actually push this to production first, right? So let's push this to production. Let's push this as well. This as well. And I think what we have to ensure is that our public directory actually contains this manifest thing, right? And I think this manifest for now, why is it not formatted, man? Like, what the fuck is going on? No, they will not break. They will not break. I'm 100% sure. Not worried about that. Just, yeah, let's see. So, enable PVA. I'm sure they will not break. Don't worry. And then let's push that. But yeah, HTTPS programmer.network URL path. Yes, let's read all of this shit. Please enter details regarding how the Android app will look when installed. Application name, the name of the, okay. Application name, programmer network, short name, PN. Application ID. Okay, let's maybe go back to the guide that we are following, right? Where is it? It's this one. No, yeah, it's this one. Okay. Okay, let's continue, right? Programmer, network, TVA, starting version code for the new one. Display use arrow keys. What are the different standalone, full screen sticky? What is this? Display, TVA display mode. Standalone. Let me just open my app. I guess now they're asking us to choose how the application is going to look on the phone. Is it going to take the full screen? So let's take full screen. Orientation default. Status bar color. Status bar color. Good question. So it's going to be a lot of trial and error with this, I think. No. Wait. Tailwind color palette, right? Let's go here, indigo. So I'm gonna actually take this thing. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. The Android splash screen. So the Android app requires an image for the launcher icon. It also displays a splash screen. HTTPS localhost. No, HTTPS programmer.network favicon PVA 512x512 PNG. Please enter information about the key store containing the keys that will be used to sign. If a key store does not exist on the provided path, Bubble will prompt for the creation of a new key store. Key store location. Okay, and let's just go back. I think they were talking about it somewhere. They were talking about here. Okay. Google Play Store requires application packages to be digitally signed with certificates when uploaded, blah, blah. Bubble will ask for paths. If you're using an existing Play Store listing for your application, you will need to add a path to the same. If you do not have existing signing key and we're creating a new listing on the Play Store, you can use the default value provider to have it create a new key for you, okay? Key name Android, I guess, yeah. Payan, thank you very much for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Error. Ah, shit. That's unfortunate. But anyway, we're gonna try this again. Anyway, now is just fuck. Let me actually go and see. Did we manage to deploy this Cloudflare pages? Is the deployment done yet? I think it should be. Yeah, 2 minutes ago. If we go to production, we should actually see stuff loading still, and that's great. And then if we actually go here, we should see that that it's actually running. And we actually do see the manifest JSON here, right? But unfortunately, our router is kind of fucking failing to load it, right? So that's a slight problem we have, right? Is that yeah, so that's problematic, right? Because we can't, due to our React router, we can't really serve that, can we? Yeah, so that's what we have to figure out. How do we let's see if this actually, but I don't think it's gonna work. HTTPS programmer.network manifest. Okay, that's actually quite strange that that worked. Application name PN. Yeah, yeah. Let's take a look. Organization unit, engineering. Okay. Wow. Okay, something happened. Bubblewrap built. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, I'm not gonna read this whole thing. Okay. Well, it seems we had some success. Let's see what's happening now. Let me lift my table and I'm gonna be standing a bit. I can't be sitting anymore. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Let's see, right? We don't know yet if that's gonna work, right? All right. Building the Android app. Okay, wow. Let's see what's happening. No, no, but I mean, if we manage to push our progressive web app to all of those platforms, that would be a huge win because then I can still keep building this on my own and distribute the application to all of those platforms. How amazing that is, right? How crazy that is, right? You have one guy building fucking app for 5 different platforms, right? And this is not super useful, right? Like building for how long are you going to finish in 3 minutes or 3 hours, right? Nice. We have people signing up. Well, I mean, not literally, but you have Microsoft Store, you have Android Store, you have Apple Store, you have web app, which is already online, right? Etc. Etc. So, okay, that was built. Okay, so what was created? Let's see. And where was this done? Ah, shit. Okay, not the greatest directory to put it in, but okay. So TVA manifest JSON. So this is the manifest that it generated, right? Let's see what it generated, right? Yeah, that's okay. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to learn. Build your Android app bundle. I did this, yes. And now it says you can upload this thing. Okay, create an app. Okay, let's go. App name, programmer, network, app, free, create app. All right, let's see, get started with your app. Let's actually go back to that thing that we were following. Once logged in, you will see a screen that shows all of your apps. Near the top, there's a button Create App that will click. Will show the following screen. There are a number of fields here to fill, including the app name, default language. Okay, great. So now we're in the dashboard, right? Then they're telling us to go to where? Set up internal testing. Let's zoom in. Internal testing is a great way to get your app released quickly without reviewing to a group of trusted testers. View tasks in the Start Testing Now checklist. Okay, get started setting your app. Start testing now. Okay. Okay, we actually need to read this. We can't skip this, okay? Internal testing is a great way to get your app released quickly without review to a group or trusted testers. You select, view the task in the start testing now checklist and select testers. Thank you everybody for your follows, guys. Appreciate it very much. Start testing now, okay? Select testers. Is there any of you who have Android phone who want to test? Anyone want to test? Otherwise, I'll invite myself. I'll invite my own email addresses. Okay. What do I do now? Okay. Yeah, I have iOS as well. Okay, let's go back here. Yes, we add that. Clicking the task will bring the internal testing page. This is where you'll manage the testing setup. You can navigate to it by opening the testing, blah, blah. The first thing to do here is to create an email list. To do that, create the email, blah, blah, what we did. Thank you very much. Break the bone. In the pop-up, you will name your email list. You'll be able to go back. After adding your tester, it's time to create a testing release. Click the create new release. Okay, we actually have to save this first, right? And then create new release. Beautiful. And now we have to upload our bundle, right? Create new release. Yes, we'll give an app temporary name. After clicking create new release, you'll be prompted through a number of sections. The first, app integrity, is where you choose how to manage your app signing key. The default option is to let Google manage your signing key. After closing how to manage your signing up, you'll ask to upload your app bundle to your release. To do this, drag and drop the, okay. Upload, let's go to, shit. Yeah, that's not good. Okay. All right. My better half is here. Okay. So what do I have to drag? Blah, blah, blah. To do so, drag and drop the app release bundle AB file. App release bundle AAB, this one, right? Reveal and Explorer, I think. Sounds good, 404. Sounds good, buddy. So I think I have to drag this one, right? Yeah. Uploading app bundle. Okay. Okay, so to drag and drop that bundle to finalize the release, fill in the remaining release details and click save, then review release, and finally start rollout internal testing buttons, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so if I release notes, enter or paste your release notes, trying, this is an attempt to wrap our programmer network PVA into Android app. Save, okay. Okay, and then what is it saying now? Then the review, release, and finally start. The courses are going to eventually be premium as well, but before that happens, I need to build some free courses first and stuff. So it's going to take a while until someone is selling a course on Programmer Network, if ever, right? So internal testing, promote release, go to device. So what do I do now? Testers. Give me 1 second. Let me just take my wife's phone. Be right back. 1 sec. All right. All right, I got the phone here now. Give me 1 second. Chatting. Twitch testers. All right. Save. Let me go back to the screen. And thank you everybody for your testers can join your test on the web. Join on the web. Okay, give me 1 second here again. I'm just gonna do one thing. I'm gonna send this link to myself, to my wife's phone, which is an Android phone. And then I'm gonna open it up there. And then I wanna see what's happening. Let's see. Yes, yes. Give me 1 second. I need to log in on the phone. Beautiful, okay? All right, let's see, accept invite. Install the public version. What? Okay, so what the hell do I do now? I'm trying to find the app now in the App Store, but maybe I don't think it's gonna work like that, right? So let's see. So what do I do now? So let's go back here. Save, then review, and start rollout internal testing. Okay, so and then we have to start the rollout. How do we start the rollout? Testers can join. Let's see. Finally, to finalize the release, fill in the remaining release and click save, then review release, and finally the start rollout internal testing button. Where is that start rollout button? Anyone? Actually, let's see. Pre-registration, promote release, open testing, okay? Oh, never mind. So internal testing. Give me 1 second. I have no, so I'm a bit confused now. How do I actually install this crap on the phone now? So I'm on my wife's phone now. It's an Android phone. So how do I like install this now? Welcome to internal test programmer network. If you have an app installed on your device, you will receive updates. If you don't have the app installed, download it on Google. Ah, here it is. Okay, so install. I'm installing it now on her phone. Programmer network, okay. Interesting. Installed, 119 kilobytes open. Are you kidding me, bro? Here we go. Installed. Nice. That's crazy, man. That's crazy shit. It's actually here, and it's an app. So it works. Crazy, crazy shit. Here it is. I did that Panosa already. I did that. Yeah. Yeah, it works. Beautiful. Oh, yes. No, no, I mean it is very nice, right? I mean, yeah, yeah, crazy stuff. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, good. I don't need to confirm anything now. It is an app, and let me see. Yeah, and there's an icon as well on the screen. You can open it up. Easy. So easy. We did it. Beautiful. Um, Dude, this is a huge thing. It's a huge thing, right? Uh, no, I know that Panosa is trolling, but yeah, I'll never do that ever because I already opted out of that. I already opted out of that. Never, me never, exactly. Guys, this is huge, right? We're gonna be on Android store like soon. This week we're gonna be on an Android store just with JavaScript, right? I mean, how amazing that is, right? How amazing that is that today, with this language that everybody shits on, you can build a simple web page, and then boom, you just build an app by wrapping your web app in it. How crazy is that, right? I'm just impressed. Now we actually have to improve mobile experience a lot because we need to make it look really as a we really need to make it look as a right. No, no, I think now, I mean, look, the problem right now is that on mobile now the landing page is like this, right? So I think what we're gonna have to do is we have to make it like even more look like a native app, right? So like when you log in there, it looks kind of like a native app, right? So that's, but this was a super, yeah, you can. That's the whole beauty of it. You can use the same features, yes. It's identical. I mean, you can already like the thing is you can already open Programmer Network on your phone in the browser, but now actually people will be able to find us on right. Exactly, exactly. Thank you very much, Bounty. And that's actually a good point. I think we will add Google. We will add Google. Let me, and that's super simple. I'm gonna do that already this week as well. So let's make a plan for that. So let's go over here. And thank you everybody for your follows. Very much appreciated. So let's move this to in progress. We'll obviously, so we're going to do it one by one. We're not going to start doing the Apple Store yet, because once we are, exactly. Yeah, iOS as well, of course. I mean, again, the iOS is the next one. This is what we're going to do. So we did this now, and there is PVAs in the App Store. So the next one is the Android in the is the Apple Store. This one. I wish there's a Windows Phone, but actually we'll need to add sign in with Apple then for auth. Okay. Let's put that there. That I don't know if it's going to be possible. I hope so. Okay, so that's so this is a relief. It's good. So literally what you actually do is you provide the manifest file from your we'll see, right? I mean, I think the process is probably similar. So because this is just wrapping the page into the web view, right? The only thing I think that I don't know yet is, are we going to be able to use push notifications, right? Through PVA, right? So I think one super important thing now is like, if you get notification now on Programmer Network, will you gonna be able to get that as a notification on your phone, right? So that's something I don't know with Progressive Web App. I think yes, but I'm not 100% sure, right? Where the hell is how to use push notifications for trusted web activity? Okay, so we can do it. Beautiful. So that's going to be the next thing. So once we fully publish the Android app, the next thing is that we make sure that we make our notifications work with the native notification. So when actually somebody likes your article or whatever, that you actually get a notification that, right? Give me one moment. Where is that crap? Let me just put some of the links for research. So this is really good, guys. This is really good. From this moment on, I think what I'll need to do is actually, I don't think that's the case in my case. I was instantly verified on Google. Once I added my ID, they instantly. So we are in the full screen. So we do run actually. No, there's no repository for this at all. This is just a CLI tool that you run, and then it generates some sort of a executable, some sort of binary, and then you just upload the binary. So it's literally this. You do this. So literally this, and then the output of this you upload and release. So I'm actually literally going to. So literally, it's this command, right? So it's gonna find the manifest, and then it's gonna wrap that web page that has to be served or over HTTPS. It's gonna wrap that page into the web view, and then that's how it works. I'm super happy to learn something new today. This is so powerful. This is so fucking powerful. It's like, I don't even know if you can comprehend how powerful this is. Because now, oh my God, it's so good. Like, I'm shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. Like, super, super amazing. Okay, so now we have this testing stuff. I have some old Android phone here. I'm gonna just find it and use that for testing. We have paid for this shit. So we have paid for Google. We have paid for this stuff. We got verified and all of that. That's all great. So we have the valid account, and that's all beautiful. Preview and confirm. Oh, preview and confirm the release. Okay. 8 errors. Okay. Okay, so this sort of stuff, I don't think that I need to do this in the stream. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna basically do this. I think what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna do this part of stream eventually, and then I'm gonna create a YouTube video just to summarize what we learned today. So expect a video actually coming soon in the next week or two on this. Exactly, Panosa. I mean, I'm gonna also pay for that account. I just paid $25 for this. I mean, it's free pretty much. And then this looks great. I mean, again, the fact that we're gonna be on 2 most used app stores in the world, it's amazing. And what makes me incredibly happy is the fact that we do that just with a single code base. I mean, how crazy powerful that is, right? Yeah, let's see. I mean, let's tackle those challenges as they come, right? I don't mind I don't mind changing some style if they require us to do, right? So we'll see. We'll obviously, once we release to those 2 app stores, then mobile experience is going to become also even more important, because it's going to define how those apps look in the app stores, right? So we're going to have to do mobile first pretty much whenever we build new features, right? Okay, let me just do one thing though. Let me bookmark this thing. I'm gonna bookmark this. Then I'm gonna clean up this bookmark bar eventually. I'm just gonna put this crap here. I'm also trying some ads. I'm paying for some ads for Programmer Network. Yeah, fuck, I disabled my current card. Let me enable my card, because I disabled my card due to some unknown payment I had online. Let me try to enable it through my mobile app. How do I do that? Profile, menu, agreements, electronic settings. Fuck, how do I do that? How was that done in my app? I know that I can do that somehow. Interest rates, setting. I don't actually know. Fuck it. I mean, I literally never paid ads in my life. I just wanted to figure it. So you can see, I said I want to pay 200 Danish crowns a month to advertise Programmer Network only in Scandinavia. So I said, bill me 220 crowns a month max, but only advertise in Denmark, Finland, Sweden, and Norway, right? I don't know, man. It's an experiment that I want to do as part of this learning process of building the full-fledged thing, right? So it's more, I want to see how I mean, I didn't add any tracking scripts on the Programmer Network, nor I will. So it's going to be a bit hard for me to know the effect of those, because I don't track anything when you go to Programmer Network, right? So it's very hard for me to know the effect of those, but it's okay. It's an experiment, and I will see. I said, when people search for Programmer Network, show Programmer Network, right? And you can see that today I spent like maybe €4, right? 3.5 euros, right? All right, beautiful. So great. So I'm actually super good, man. I'm so happy right now. It's crazy. I didn't, I, it was almost surreal, or it was almost hard to believe that it's gonna work that easily, right? That it's just, I'm gonna wrap, an app like that, and I can publish it to Android store. That's, you know, and if we manage to do the push notifications as well, and if we get the native notifications to work, I mean, it is live just for the testers. I've just installed it on my wife's. Phone, right? we'll need to work on that. Okay. How did you have a subscribe alert on screen, but nothing in chat? It's because someone subscribed on YouTube. I have this YouTube channel, right? And people are actually subscribing there. So it's you know, it's this YouTube channel I made recently, right? So people are now subscribing there. Basically, that's why. Yeah, exactly. Okay, great. So that's really good. That's really good. Can you create a EA? Okay, so this is really good. This is amazing, super nice. I'm gonna finish rest of that off stream because there seems to be a lot of it just seems to be that there's a lot of administrative steps I'll have to do here, right? You can see. Wait a minute, where was that? So release overview. Yeah, exactly. Is it this? No. What did I actually click on? So we got that thing. Testers, promote release, create phones. Testers. Where was that? Inbox, dashboard, publishing overview. Was it this? Control when changes are sent for review. Okay, I'll figure this out on my own. I don't think we need to spend more time on that. Okay, great. So this is beautiful, super nice. Okay, so it's just what do I want to do now? When it's like hard to top that, isn't it? Panosa, much love, my friend. Thank you very much for coming around. If you're around tomorrow, please come around. I'll be here. I'll be here hacking away. Beautiful. Okay, so let's see if there's something we can code today still. I feel just by kind of making this work, I already feel kind of fulfilled there. Right. Always. He always says that. No, Alex, no. I'm just very busy. Yeah, he needs to iron his socks and underwear. Exactly. Give me 1 second. All right, so that's good. Okay, is there something that I want to code today? Were there any errors past few minutes online? Last 1 hour? Okay, someone tried to sign up. Okay, so those errors actually, I wonder if I should even be. Someone tried to sign up. So not really. Last 3 hours. Yeah, and this I think was happening before I actually deployed stuff. So this should no longer ever be happening again, I think. We'll see about that soon. So there's no new errors to fix. And the question though is now, wait a minute. Let me just try to use this tool. We didn't try using this because this apparently is supposed to help us deploying stuff to all of them. Manifest 1029, okay? So this thing, so service worker 1 of 3, offline support to make your app feel more robust. Okay, so we will need to, so this week we will focus fully on getting 100% score here. Yeah, so we're gonna aim to really nail this down. So you can actually see this is amazing, We should have, so you can see this is kind of a way, so once we pass all of this criteria, we'll then be able to download packages that work on all of those phones, right? And we really need, so this is actually really, really good. And this tool apparently uses behind the scenes this bubble thing, this SDK, yeah, this thing, bubble wrap thing, right? So in simple words, we just need to do this. So let me just put that on top of that list. Actually, where's our task over here? Okay, let's leave that there. But yeah, in simple words, we'll need to pretty much nail this thing. And then, yeah, I think we're gonna be able to download that. So it's gonna generate those things for us automatically. And then we can just deploy them from here. So we don't even need that CLI tool, but we're gonna see about that. Oh, wow. Oh yeah, fuck, I forgot about this. So Visual Studio also has the extension PVA. It's called PVA Studio. Yeah, yeah. It had pretty shitty, I think, ratings. PVA Builder Studio. It's this one, right? Actually, no, it's fine. So let's try installing this as well. And where is it here now? It has to be here somewhere, right? PVA Studio, yeah. It's here. Here it is. You tried that yesterday, I see. Okay, it doesn't matter. We don't have to nail this now. Service worker true. Registered false. That's probably because... All right, I don't have the focus to take a look at this now, but we're gonna do this tomorrow because I feel already that yeah, beautiful. But I think this is gonna be incredibly useful because it gives us the list to work towards, right? So you can see here, it says the things that we do have, and then this. So I don't know why the fuck is this not getting formatted, man? Like, what is happening? All right. So it's telling us basically, and I think, can I like orientation? Ah, okay. So we're missing. Is there default? Was there landscape? Natural, right? Ah, I see. I see. I see. I see. I have no idea if it's portrait. I guess it is, right? Thank you very much, guys, for the follows and subs and all of that stuff. Appreciate it very much. Okay, so essentially this thing just generated the whole thing for me. And what we're gonna need some screenshots, right? So this is using their default ones. So we're gonna have to make some app screenshots, I guess, right? Okay, good to know. Good to know. The protocol handler's member specifies as an array of objects that the protocols which This web app can register and handle. A protocol handles register an application in iOS application preferences. The registration associates specific application with the given protocol name. For example, when using the protocol handler mail to on a web page, registered email applications open. So that's why. So I guess if that happens, it's like you specify the URL of that thing. Okay, but I understand basically. So this crap, I mean, there isn't really much more than the manifest itself, right? This manifest essentially is the source of truth for those for the web view and for those wrappers, right? So basically, that's really those are the only files that really matter. Everything else is just they just fetch the website itself, right? So in simple words, this is the source of truth, right? And this is gonna maybe have different permutations for different platforms. We'll see, like, but I guess it is the standardized spec. So I suspect that both Microsoft Store, Apple, and Android are gonna use the same thing, right? So we're gonna need some nice screenshots from the app. I guess this is shown on the App Store, I suppose. And then this is already fine. Yeah, it's working. Yeah, I managed to install it on my, so 100%, yes. I managed to install it on my wife's phone and it's working. Yeah. Welcome back. And the camera is blinking because I have this it's gonna take a bit more to it's gonna take a bit more to finalize it fully, right? To actually get to the point where you guys can go on your phones and install it. So I don't think that right now we could publish this at all because I need to go into the dashboard in the Android dashboard, and I need to do some administrative things. We need some, so it will take still a couple of days, right? So the main thing that we wanted to know is that if this is possible, right? And that's the only thing that I wanted to do. So we know that we can do this now, and that is beautiful. Everything else is just a matter of details now. And now it's super simple. Now we just need me to sit and spend time on ironing out the details. But I'm actually still shocked that this is possible. Like how amazing this is, right? So we don't need Ionic, we don't need React Native, we don't need really anything, right? We're gonna deploy the same app to all of those platforms. How crazy that is, right? It's like, I mean, it's hard to write. Actually, that's a good question. No idea. It could be. It could be. So we're gonna use, yeah. That's crazy, man. I didn't know that. Beautiful. So our goal is gonna be in the next 1 or 2 streams that this is 29 out of 29, that this is 3 out of 3. So that's why I say we're gonna need to do more on offline support. So for example, I will want to make sure that if I lose internet, that the application shows some animation or something. You know what I mean? So for example, if I turn off the internet, let's actually see what happens now. So if I open Programmer Network app now on my wife's phone and I turn off the internet, so let me turn on the Wi-Fi on the phone, mobile data. So no Wi-Fi right now. If I go and refresh, so okay, so I mean it's still showing it, so it's not like, so it's using the cached file, so that's good, right? But anyway, it's gonna be great. I'm super pumped. I'm super kind of pumped. It's gonna be amazing. Very, very nice. Very nice. All right, cool. Okay. All right, guys. I think even though I would like to do work more, I'm going to round up now. And I'm going to round up now mainly because I'm actually excited about this now and I can't focus on doing anything else. So let's just stop here because I'm going to procrastinate and I'm not going to do really anything anymore today, right? So tomorrow we're going to continue with this and hopefully get far. And as I always say, if you're new here, please sign up on our website, take a look at our Discord, and take a look at our YouTube channel. And yeah. And yeah, we have Alex now building all of it, pretty much, you know. So how beautiful that is that you can just do that with a web language. You write one language and you can now just deploy all of this stuff, right, to those places. Thank you very much, guys, for being with me here. It wasn't a long, actually, it was 2.5 hours long stream. So thank you very much. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following. Thank you for your Twitch primes and all of that stuff. I really very much appreciate it. I hope you learned something new. I definitely learned something new today. I've never done this and it's so easy. So now we can actually build mobile apps easily and deploy them to Android and iOS. I mean, amazing, right? So thank you for the parallel. Thank you very much. Even if people hate it, I don't. Yeah, exactly, Bounty. Thank you, guys. Thank you once again. I'm wishing you a great evening. Thank you very much, Bounty. I wish you guys all the best. Take care of yourselves. Work hard. Learn new stuff every day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Completable dev. Bye bye to you as well, man. Peace out, guys. Have a great one. Cheers. Bye bye. Ciao.